Are you seeking or are you creating? Hey guys, it's John here in the studio on a beautiful day. It's 77 degrees outside, stunning out there. But I'm in the studio because the back deck is actually warm right now because it's middle of the afternoon. So I thought I'd come in here and make this quick video. When I do my private sessions, I often hear people say they're seeking. I'm a seeker. And I also hear people say, I'm working on it. I'm going through process. They're declaring this work. They're declaring this process. They're declaring seeking. They're declaring searching. They're declaring something being in front of them that they're not to yet. I kind of lay this into the same storyline as Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh. Eeyore, they used to tie a stick to his head and they'd dangle a carrot in front of him, and that's what he walked because he was chasing the carrot. That's what seeking is. That's what searching is. That's what process is. That's what all working on is. It's got this outcome that's dangling in front of you that you can't reach. You have the ability at any time to drop the stick and enjoy the meal. You're the one who chose to tie the stick to your head and put the work in front of you. The reality of it is you never get to the future. The future is just a place where we set goals. But those goals, when they are realized, will be in your present moment because you never leave your present moment. So if you really want to experience that connection, that process coming to fruition, you need to bring the fruition to the present. And the idea of this is to realize that when you're in your quote unquote belief of being a seeker, you are literally declaring that this present moment is nothing but seeking. When somebody says to me, I'm working on it, the first thing I say is, how long do you want to work on it? Why don't you just choose to receive it? Why don't you drop the stick and eat the meal? The idea of this seeking, searching, wondering, when you're going to get there, how you're going to get there, this is all putting all of your outcome into your future, way ahead of you. But now is the only moment of creation. Now is the pinpoint of creation. The past is done. The future's not set. Here is the only moment you're conscious. And I am joyfully receiving the awareness of my connection to spirit in the now. That's the mindset that you shift into. I am joyfully receiving abundance in the now. You'll also notice one of the other struggles that people have is they've bought into this idea that affirmation and manifestation means it's supposed to be, I already have it. I already have it. And I want you to let go of that idea of already have it. That idea that it's happening instantly in your experience. It is a very rare person who has that level of faith. When you look at the Bible, the first miracle in the Bible is the water and the wine. And Jeshua's mom comes and says, hey, Jay, they're out of wine. He goes, Mom, come on, it's not time yet, right? Then he turns around, he puts water in the jugs, and he places the jugs where they're going to collect wine, and then there's wine. He understood wine was being received into his experience in motion. He just started doing all the things in alignment with wine, and then there was wine. He didn't have wine magically appear. He welcomed it into his experience with a joyful anticipation of serving wine, and so he then started doing all the things so that he could get the wine out to the people. He bypassed the work. He just went into the mindset of knowing he's receiving, believing he's receiving, preparing for the receiving of it, as opposed to the process, the technique, the method, the modality, the working on it. No, he just believed it was already happening. He believed it was already coming into his experience, and he started putting all of his thoughts, words, and deeds into action, which created the wine. It comes down to in your life, you can sit there and you can seek your entire life. You can be on a path your entire life. One of my regression memories, I've said this in many videos, when you seek a path is laid before you, but until you turn the path back to yourself, you never find the doorway. When you look at that line, the methods, the modalities, the religions, those are the paths. That you will wander in the wilderness until you choose to come back to the door And the door is only found in the present moment. It's the I am moment. It's the amen moment. Amen means so be it. It means right here, right now, it's done. When you're grateful for something, it's because you know it's happening now. It's not about this process, this method, this modality, this technique. It's not about this affirmation. The word affirmation means I'm shoring up something I have no confidence in. You declare in the present moment, you affirm when you don't have it. So when you look at it from this perspective of the affirmation is working on it, the affirmation is the process, the method, the modality. The declaration is faith. I declare it's happening. And if you think of yourself as a Southern belle, I declare it's happening, right? I declare it's happening. And then I simply act upon my declaration of it coming into reality. The methods, the processes, someone telling you that the future is got this event that's going to happen that you have to work towards. There's nothing in the future that's set. The future is pure energy in motion, and that pure energy in motion is coming to you and it's being experienced around you by your belief about the moment. So come to this moment and live into this moment of receiving and creating. Understand it's like water flowing into your experience. It's going to come in and it's going to show you your experience that you're believing about the now. And if you take this moment and you choose to create, receiving, creating, enjoying, exploring these wonderful energetic motions that are happening in the now, you will experience things so much quicker. You will experience, because now you're not declaring a journey, not declaring a path, not declaring seeking. You're declaring receiving, creating, enjoying. You're bringing things into your experience as opposed to searching for something ahead of you like a carrot on a stick. And when you break that cycle of belief, things start to happen fast. And the faster they start to happen, the more your faith grows. The more your faith grows, the faster creations happen. I often tell people a large percentage of my creations, I start to see results of within 2 hours. And that's absolutely the truth. I start to see results within 2 hours because I don't go to process. I know that I'm divine. I know that when I pray and I believe, I receive. So knowing that is my faith, is my belief. And, people along this journey will start to set themselves into hierarchies. I had someone just recently saying it's not faith. It's more than faith. It's a knowing. And I'm like, this is someone who's trying to put themselves into a position of hierarchy because faith and knowing mean the same thing. So does thought. So does belief. What you think you become, you create your world. What you think is faith, as is knowing. I just know it. I just think it. It's the same thing. People muddy the idea of something so simple that we have a hard time comprehending it. What we think we become, we create our world. Thank you, Mr. Buddha, right? As a man thinketh, so is he, right? You are the culmination of your thought. These are three very big avatars of old saying the same thing. Your thoughts are creative. There is nothing good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. But he also said words without thoughts never to heaven go. Without thoughts, without belief, without faith, without knowing, does not go. You've got to have the faith is the key element. The belief is the key element. It is your faith that heals you. It is your knowing that heals you. It is your thinking that heals you. It is your thought that heals you. It is your faith that heals you. When it comes back to this expression of living your present moment as a divine being who is creating your personal experience, greater works than I have done, you will do. Greater works than I have done, you will do. He said that because of the fact that he was telling you that you're divine. He was telling you that your thoughts were creating. He was telling you the experience of your life will be what you sow. You will reap the exact thing that you've sown. And it comes back to you deciding that I am, which is God's name, according to Moses, but it's also a present moment declaration from yourself. I am receiving. I am creating. I am enjoying. I am exploring. But the more you look at it as process, you're not being present. You're putting a carrot on a stick, and you're going to follow that carrot on the stick until you die of starvation. You've got to drop the stick, eat the carrot, come back home, come back through your own door, step into this role of creator in your life, realize that creations are in motion towards us, recognize that motion as receiving, creating, enjoying, exploring, all those sorts of positive things flowing and joyfully transitioning into our lives. People lose faith, lose their quote unquote knowing when they try their affirmations for so long. Those word try in there, they're creating trying. They do their affirmation for so long. They say, I totally believed it was happening. Then if you totally believed it was happening, why did you need to reaffirm it over and over and over again? You didn't believe it was happening because you were affirming that you were literally declaring it wasn't happening. It comes back to the idea that you are the pinpoint of the creation of your life. And you have the ability at any given moment or any given time to create anything. It's a matter of becoming very conscious about what you're creating and releasing the subconscious creations of inability, self-doubt, self-worth, and the idea that something is bigger out there. You're one with God, and it's all in this present moment. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See you. Bye.